This video will demonstrate how to install the Phoenix Architectural Hardware 416 Series Door Closer in a parallel arm configuration. The parallel arm setup is one of the most common mounting styles used in commercial door applications. In this configuration, the closer body mounts on the push side of the door, while the arm bracket attaches to the underside of the frame stop. This results in a low-profile, tamper-resistant appearance that's ideal for schools, offices, and public buildings. Let's begin by preparing the installation. Start by reviewing the installation template supplied with your closer. The 416 can be mounted to open the door to 100 degrees, 120 degrees, or up to 180 degrees, depending on your layout dimensions. For today's demonstration, we'll set the closer to open the door 100 degrees. Measure from the pivot point of the top hinge along the face of the door. Make your first mark at 9 7/16 inches from the hinge pivot. This will be your reference point for all remaining layout marks. From there, move 1 inch further and mark again. These two marks define the mounting holes for the closer body. Now measure 2 1/4 inches down from those marks to locate the vertical position of the screw holes. Transfer those measurements using a square to ensure perfect alignment. These layout lines will indicate where to drill and mount the closer body. Next, lay out the frame. On the top of the frame stop, measure again from the hinge pivot, not from the face of the stop. Mark 9 7/16 inches out and use your parallel arm bracket as a guide to mark your hole locations. Once the layout is complete, use a center punch to dimple each hole location. This will help your self-drilling screws start cleanly. Then pre-drill one pilot hole using a 3/16 inch bit to make it easier to set your first screw. Now attach the closer body to the door. The cylinder end of the closer must always face away from the hinges. Hold the closer in place and fasten it using the provided self-drilling screws. Before installing the cover later, it's a good idea to pre-install the 2 small cover screws on top of the closer body now. This makes attaching the cover at the end much easier. With the closer mounted, install the parallel arm bracket on the frame using the screws provided. Make sure the bracket is square and flush with the stop. On narrower frame stops, a spacer shim may be required behind the bracket to ensure proper arm alignment. Next, prepare the closer arm. The Phoenix 416 uses a 2-piece arm assembly, the main arm and the forearm. Detach the forearm by removing the connecting screw. Install the main arm onto the closer spindle. The spindle is an octagonal shaft, so the arm will only seat correctly when aligned with the flats. You'll need to preload the closer slightly by rotating the spindle about 1/8 of a turn with a wrench or vice grips before dropping the arm into place. This gives the spring tension needed for smooth operation. Secure the arm with the provided screw and washer. Attach the foot of the forearm to the parallel arm bracket using the 2 short screws supplied. Be sure the long side of the foot faces the hinge. Now reconnect the forearm to the main arm with the screw you removed earlier. With the door nearly closed, align the arms so they form a straight line parallel to the frame stop. Then tighten the screw securely. The mechanical installation is complete and the door closer can now be adjusted for closing speed, latch speed, and back check. Finally, install the decorative cover. Remove the plastic plugs, slide the cover over the closer body, and secure it with the screws you pre-installed earlier. The installation is complete. The Phoenix Architectural Hardware 416 Series Door Closer delivers reliable ANSI Grade 1 performance with precise control for high-traffic commercial doors.